Oh my goodness, guys, that's incredible. Just everything is perfect here and it's wonderful, really wonderful. On the evening of the 12th day of our trip to Spain, I cycled to the nature reserve, as I often did. At the time, however, I had no idea what a shock I would have a few hours later. When I arrived, I decided not to walk too deep into the nature reserve this time, but to sit in one of the first heights. When I entered, I had a wonderful view of a glassy lake. The sky was reflected in the water and some ducks were swimming around. Then I noticed that very fast small birds kept flying over the water. I quickly came to the conclusion that they must be swallows. I watched where they flew and noticed that they always landed in a tree just a few meters from the hut. I took this opportunity to take some recordings of what later turned out as spawn swallows. Oh my goodness, guys. Everything is going way too fast now. What the hell? I think in the last 10 minutes I saw 4 new species I never saw before. At first I was photographing some, or I don't know how they call it in English, as so often in Germany they're called Schwalben. And I photographed these birds. And suddenly I saw a kingfisher sitting on a pillow or on a branch. And I never saw a kingfisher before. 2 or 3 days ago I was here and I saw a bluebird, a little bluebird, flying really fast in front of me, but I'm not sure if that was a kingfisher. But now it was sitting right 3 meters in front of me and I was able to take wonderful photos. And then I looked to my right and suddenly I saw a wild boar walking along the lake here. And oh my goodness, I'm speechless and I'm really shaking. I don't know what's going on here, but that was beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, but now one thing at a time. As I was about to photograph the swallows, I saw out of the corner of my eye a small blue bird sitting 2 meters from the height. I immediately realized it must be a kingfisher, so I slowly pointed my camera at the little bird and with a super high pulse, I was able to take these shots. And then, somehow, events came to a head. Suddenly, I noticed a wild boar coming out of the reeds. It was broad daylight, and this encounter had really amazed me.
But that was even not enough. Then I suddenly saw a water rail right under the hut I was sitting in. Unfortunately, the pictures are not that good, as I had to take them from above. But that could not be prevented, and it was even a wonderful encounter. And there was even a mallard spreading its wings for me. But then something happened that absolutely had not to be prevented. That was definitely a worst case scenario.
I think my lens is broken. What's that? Guys, can you see this? Here is an aperture right now of 0, 0, and that means that lens is not connected with the camera. Everything is going wrong. Guys, everything is going wrong. No. What should I do? Now it's connected. But, oh guys, here's some space between. Can you see this? I can move this a bit. And there's some space between the extender and the lens. And then it's not connected. Oh damn, why is this happening right now? But like this it's working. It's not perfect, but it's working. Okay.
Folks, that was close. I can tell you, at that moment I really thought that was it. To this day, I don't know why that day the extender had space to the lens and it wobbled. The next day and even until now I've no more problems with it. And it's definitely a good thing that the lens worked again so quickly. Because not even 5 minutes later, very special animals came out again. Nutrias. But this time not at a distance of 10 meters, they came out directly under my height. They played with each other and had a good romp. It was really one of the sweetest moments in nature I've ever had. And at the end of the day, my wish to finally see white boars in peace was fulfilled after all.
the wild boar came back, and I was able to take incredible photos and videos. I'm really shaking right now because that's amazing. It's like you think that's the highlight of the day. You see something and you think that's the highlight of the day. And a few minutes later, some more special happened. And then you think that's the highlight of the day. But that's happening all the time again and again. And oh my goodness, you have to know that I never saw white boar in the wilderness before. And they were so close. And they just looked for food and drunk here. Spain is so beautiful. And this nature reserve here is so beautiful. But now it's time to go back home, because it's getting really dark. And I'll come back tomorrow again, definitely, because I think here's so much to photograph. See you tomorrow.
The next morning, the alarm clock rang very early because I wanted to be at the nature reserve by sunrise. So I got on my bike and set off. On the way, I passed the sea, and the light atmosphere was simply gigantic. When I arrived at the nature reserve, I sat down in the same hut as the night before, because that's where most of the animals were. And this decision later turned out to be the right one. The first thing I saw were storks looking for prey in the water. This was really a special sight, as I've never seen these animals in such an environment before. But unfortunately, they flew away quite quickly. Luckily, these storks were not the only animals this morning. There were also some grey herons and great egrets, of which I was able to take amazing pictures and videos in combination with the beautiful backlight. It was so incredible nice to watch these birds so close without disturbing them. They were just doing what herons do, eating and resting. And later, they even had some little fights. There was just always something going on, and it was super fun to photograph this morning there. I would say that this is where we make a small cut so that the video doesn't get too long. But I can tell you one thing, there are still a few great moments waiting for you. So subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss this and want to support me a little. So, I will see you next Saturday when I finish telling you this adventure.